we covered Tua, so let's make this one just about the Dolphins. Let's just do a quick 10, 15 minutes about the Dolphins because, man, they have been so bad for quite a few years. And for Flores to come in and just turn that team around.
Him and the GM. I mean, it's a GM, too, making the decisions to trade players.
Who is your GM? Because I feel like the Dolphins have a new GM a lot.
Chris Greer. And I see him all the time at my job.
Yeah?
Oh, do you?
That's because the Publix I work at is down the street from the NSU. That's where they train, and they have their office and everything.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty dope. You talk to him at all? Or?
Nah, I don't want to bother him. Because every time he comes in, he's on his phone, and he's looking, he's trying to get out.
Yeah, probably trying to trade Tua.
Oh, man.
Trying to get Josh Rosen back.
He's going to buy a bag of Skittles to trade him with.
So, but going back, Brian Flores completely turned this team around. For them to go 10-6 after what they've been doing, that defense is just dominant. And Brian Flores comes from the Belichick tree, and what we've seen so far from the Belichick tree has not worked out.
No. More importantly, Matt Patricia, he got fired real quick.
And, I mean, Josh Daniels was in. Was he the head coach for Denver when they had Tebow? And then after that whole thing kind of failed, did he go back to New England? Is that what happened there? I could be completely wrong, but I remember.
I don't think Josh Daniels has ever been a head coach.
No.
So was he just? If you're an offensive coordinator, why do you leave that squad to go be an offense coordinator somewhere else? Usually, you don't leave unless you're going up.
I don't know.
Jamie, look that up.
Yeah, come on, Jamie.
But so. I don't really like covering the draft or talking about the draft when the season's still in progress. But we can just go ahead and kind of do a little Q&A here. I mean, what you guys have the number 3 pick right now?
Thanks to Houston.
The Texans? No, thanks to Tennessee for coming back in that game. What would you like the Dolphins to take with that 3rd pick? Or do you trade back?
No, I wouldn't trade back. Well, it depends, I guess, but I definitely want to see us get wide receivers.
And
we need to get our running game. We need to get running backs.
And running backs you can take in the 2nd and 3rd round and still be productive. Bro, if you take that –
Yeah, you guys are in position to take Devontae Smith.
Exactly, bro. And that's someone that Tua has thrown to before.
Yeah.
I think bringing someone in who the receiver could win the Heisman.
I'm fairly certain he's going to win.
And Tua has that relationship with him. He's thrown with him before and stuff like that. I mean, I think adding him to your team would just – I think that'd be a big confidence booster for Tua as well.
Yeah.
And one thing about Coach Flores, too, he started off scouting. So he knows all about everything that's going on.
But so you guys have 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Flores don't make the decision, though.
Of course he does. He's the head coach. He's the one running the team. He's the one building the culture. Our GM lets him do what he wants to do. This is Miami culture, baby. This is Miami Heat coming to the NFL. That's what this is. Coach Flores.
So you say Miami Heat. I mean, you think
I'm saying
you think Spoelstra makes all those decisions over Pat Riley?
I think Spoelstra and Pat Riley are working hand in hand together. At the end of the day, we know who's making the calls in Miami. We know it's Pat Riley, but that we're going to put the team first, that the head coach is going to run the team the way he wants to do it. If you're not performing, get off the team. We don't care who it is.
Okay,
he could be the 6th round pick.
Right.
So Tua what? Tua played, and we're still 10-6. We were still almost in the playoffs. Probably would have beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah, thanks to your defense. You wouldn't have beat Pittsburgh.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're talking about winning football games. That's what we're talking about right now. We're not talking about Tua, this and that. Tua was in. We were winning football games. Tua was in. We were losing football games.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
And he's gotten pulled twice now.
That's okay.
Brian Fitzpatrick to come in.
That's okay. Like Coach Flo said, we got a good relief pitcher. What's wrong with bringing a little baseball into the NFL?
Because that's
what other
so
NFL
weird.
team does
No
that?
one else does that.
So what? It psychs the defense out. They're like, oh, damn, this old man's in the game now, and he just look what he did against the Raiders. We were down. Boom, Fitzpatrick came in.
Right, he threw more yards in like half a quarter than Tua did the whole game.
On one drive.
So what?
No,
so that's got to make you not.
I'm saying the
How do you
Dolphins
believe
have a
in
good
Tua?
team. I'm not trying to argue that at all.
No, Dolphins.
They have a great team, I think. Their defense is amazing.
Weapons could get a little bit better, but they're not terrible.
No.
Exactly.
Offensive line's
We
gonna
got
get
weapons.
better.
All the
They just don't have a quarterback.
No, you can't just say you have
If-
weapons because earlier you just said that.
Yeah, you
you
just-
said.
I
I
said,
don't say. I didn't say. I said we need weapons.
I
We
feel like
need
I feel like you
weapons.
just
We
said
need
that you
receivers.
have
That's
weapons.
We need a little help on the O line. Maybe a free safety
Well,
or strong safety. But
well, the fact that Tua can't sustain drives long enough for because your defense is tired. That's why they're getting scored on so much
Yeah,
lately.
and
They're
if-
tired.
and if
Tua
you-
can't keep
if-
the ball
if-
on the.
If you guys could keep a drive going and that defense was on the field
and what
80% of the time than what it has been now, it would be even better. We see this all the time with the Miami Hurricanes. Not so much this year, but the last couple of years, their defense was on the field all the time,
No.
and we had a
this is
stellar
the
defense.
NFL though. Not talking about college.
Right, but the principle is the same. The fact that your defense is always on the field, they would have been even better if they weren't on the field as much as they were. And that's on Tua.
Oh man. That's not. How can you say that's on Tua, man?
Because the dude
Got
goes
3 rookies on the O line.
because
3 rookies on the O line. No wide receivers.
bro, I was
Devontae
watching-
Parker, maybe Mike Gesicki.
I was
Even
watching
when Tony Romo watched the KC game, he was saying, "Wow, Tua looks impressive the way he moves.
Yeah, that
he
one
shines-
game. I don't put stock into one game. AJ Dillon for the Packers against
Other games,
Tennessee
too,
ran
there was-
for
there
like
was other
120
games.
yards and 2 touchdowns, but I don't put stock into that. When I see a quarterback go 17 of 22 or 17 of 24 for 90 yards against a terrible defense,
What team we talking about?
the Raiders.
Okay. Yeah, but the Raiders, that was a desperate game. They needed to win that game to stay in the hunt. They were fighting for their lives. They were fighting for their lives.
I don't know, man.
What do you mean you don't know? You know, they were in the hunt. We eliminated the Raiders from the playoffs.
So
if they would have beat us, we would have got eliminated.
so where was that in this Buffalo game then? You guys needed to win. You needed to
The
get in.
Buffalo's a great team.
I think.
I'm not gonna knock greatness.
I think Tua really let you boys down there.
We're gonna see how all these other quarterbacks play, and we'll talk shit about them. Oh, they're not doing good. They're not doing good.
I can't talk shit about Herbert, and I can't
can't
talk shit about Burrow.
Well, none of them boys they're not playing right now, so they weren't even playing. Week
Neither is
17,
Tua.
they weren't playing for nothing.
If I mean, I don't know if Herbert was on that Dolphin team, I think you guys would be in playoffs right now,
I think
and we'd be talking
you
about
guys wouldn't have
we'd
to
be talking
rely
about
on
a
as
run.
much.
We would be talking about a potential Super Bowl run. I think with that defense, with how Herbert played this year,
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna hold that record for a while.
I think
That's all good. That's good.
so. You guys have 2 first-round picks, and I'm gonna start talking about what Justin almost brought up earlier. What if
This is smart.
you
Mike.
guys have the number 3 pick?
Uh-huh.
The Jets might want to move back. What if you swap 3 and 2, give them your second first-round pick, and go get Justin Fields?
I don't know. Number 1, I don't know who Justin Fields is. Number 2, we don't do
watch any
deals
college.
with-
We don't watch college. Oh man.
College sucks, bro. In my opinion, that's my opinion.
Okay, that would be a whole nother conversation
Yeah.
because you and me have had this talk before,
Yeah.
and
Sometimes it gets heated. It gets heated.
it does.
But-
And we'll save that for another episode. 'Cause that's gonna be a good episode. I have to take a piss pretty bad, so you guys go ahead and talk real quick.
I'll
be
do
back.
it too.
Oh well, you can go after me. We'll take shifts.
All right, cool.
Just keep talking about the Dolphins and Tua.
No, I'm gonna be honest though. I just don't. I'm looking at all his starts, and yeah, he is 7-3. It looks like. I mean, he can manage a little bit, but he has 4 games under 100 yards.
I just, it's like when you look at the quarterback, you gotta look at the whole offense too.
All the
You can't
factors,
just
I
look
get
at-
it. He's got to, but Joe Burrow was on pace for the most 300-yard
Does-
games. and
Does
he
Joe
had-
Burrow?
he has a
Does
worse-
Joe Burrow have 3 rookies on his O line?
His offensive line is worse, ranked.
Worse, but they're vets, right? They're in there. They know what they're doing. They've been in NFL action before.
But if they're ranked worse, how does that make it better for Burrow?
Rankings don't mean anything. Miami Heat is ranked always at the bottom, and yeah,
Right.
we're always smacking everybody.
But Joe Burrow is the most
Rank-
sacked quarterback.
In college football, we could in rankings. Oh, the number
Joe
5
Burrow
is
is the
playing the
most
number.
sacked quarterback. The offensive line don't protect him. They protect Tua more than they protect Burrow. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Tua is a god awful quarterback. Just Tua is not the franchise. He's not the future of Miami, in my opinion. With as good as your defense, you guys should have won more than 10 games.
I would almost bet money that Tua does not finish his rookie contract in Miami.
I would bet money on that too.
That's okay.
So one thing I do want to talk about, we can let you go for this point. What were your thoughts when they decided to bench Fitzpatrick, and he had the whole little press conference?
Look, I trust Coach Flores. I like the culture he's bringing. If he says that we're going to start Tua, we got to play Tua. Like you guys say, we got to see what the rookie can do. We got to see what his first 9 games, and we'll tell. From his first 9 games, we're going to see what the next 15 years are going to be. So we got to throw him in. We got to see what we got. You know? Is there room for improvement on him? Yes. Do I think that the game is going to pick up? Yes. This guy was never supposed to play football again with the injury he had. And he came back. And, I mean, was he Aaron Rodgers? Was he Tom Brady? Was he, I don't know who else is really that elite. Is he Patrick Mahomes? Russell Wilson? No. But none of those guys were who they were their rookie year.
Hold that thought. All right. So understand that Tua wasn't Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson and all that stuff, but that's
their rookie year. We're talking about all these guys in their every quarterback in their rookie year.
Right, and every name you said was a lot better, but that wasn't even my question. I mean, you said you trust Coach Flores.
Bro, I answered the question. Here's the answer.
But I just wanted to get, because Fitzpatrick said that was the first time that he ever felt like a team was his. And to me, that tells me that they told him that Tua wasn't going to play this year. He was going to sit the year, sit behind Fitzpatrick, and learn.
Yeah,
so
but
for him to get blindsided like that,
I don't think it was much blindsided. We don't see the backstory. We don't see what's going on in practice. Was Tua looking good in practice?
I think you can tell from the press conference. I mean, the dude. I don't know if he teared up, but I feel like he teared up.
He was genuinely heartbroken.
Yeah. Also, I think
he got blindsided. He even said he got blindsided.
Also, when I think he found out, I think his mom had just passed and everything like that. He was kind of, all over the place. So, but at the end of the day, Tua came in. He knows. Dude, this guy's a 15, 16-year vet. You know what it is, bro. You know somebody's coming to take your spot, and we got to see what he has.
Right, and most times I would agree. But for the way he responded in that press conference, to me, that is, they told him that Tua wasn't playing this year.
He wasn't ready.
And Fitzpatrick was running, what, a four-game win streak, 5-game win streak? And you guys like, no, pull him. And I think that has completely caught him off guard. He said for the first time in his entire career, he felt like this team, at least for a year, was his team. And you all just took that from him.
That's an emotional part.
But history repeats itself. Fitzpatrick
he's known to go 4 games stellar,
he's
4
hot,
games off,
and then he just gets ice cold real quick.
But I don't know. I felt like, and I was shocked because that was like week 7. I think that was going into week 7. So I really thought that they were going to trade him.
Prescott, his first start was the Rams after their bye week.
Prescott had been hurt for a little bit.
Yeah.
I really thought Dallas was gonna, give up a 3rd or 4th round pick for Fitzpatrick and let him go sling that ball to CeeDee Lamb, to Amari Cooper, and Gallup and stuff. And that would have been nasty. That would have been like watching Favre in the 90s, I think.
Yeah, seriously, that was. Whew.
But so get back to this draft. I think you guys should take the Alabama receiver with the 3rd pick.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna
get a beast in there,
if you're
bro,
gonna be
get a dog.
Yeah, I would do that too. I would just beef up the offense. I mean, your defense, you could go another linebacker, maybe another defensive lineman, but I would say more offense.
We need a safety real bad. A lot of people like Bobby McCain. The team likes Bobby McCain.
You all just shouldn't have got rid of Fitzpatrick.
You had Fitzpatrick.
Bro, Fitzpatrick didn't want to
play safety.
He didn't want to adjust to what Coach Flo wanted him to do. He got to go.
Yeah, because he
wanted to play
safety, and Coach Flo wanted to keep him a corner. He
Let's
wants
see.
to play safety, and look what he did. He was an instant impact. He was a
Let's see.
potential defensive player of the year candidate last year.
Potential, but he didn't win it. He didn't win it.
He was in the talk though.
Because he didn't have a full season to do it.
He didn't have a full
Because he was
season,
wasted
no.
in Miami.
Yeah,
But that was last year. What did he do this year?
almost the same thing.
Really?
I mean, if you rank the defense for Pittsburgh, I mean, they're ranked second in the
Nah,
league.
Minka. What did he do? We're not talking about the defense.
We're not talking about the defense, Justin. What did
Talking
Minka
about
do?
Minka.
He's had a few picks. He's had a few picks. He has a lot of pass defenses. I mean, he's still a solid elite.
With your two corners and with him at playing safety,
I mean,
with Miami, that would have been disgusting.
I mean, every year he's playing in Pittsburgh, he's been sucked to the Pro Bowl. I mean, you could take with that information as you want, but he's been sucked to the Pro Bowl both times.
I mean, this is his second year with
Yeah,
This is only his second.
right. And he's only been in the league for what, 3 years.
And all two, he went to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, he's been and he didn't even play a full season in Pittsburgh, and he had 2 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. I mean, how often do you have a defender with multiple touchdowns in a year? You just
I'm
don't.
saying, I think y'all messed up by getting rid
I
of
do
him,
too.
and I think you messed up by taking Tua. That's just my humble.
But
humble
at the
opinion.
same time, you did get a first-round pick from Pittsburgh out of that, and you did. I think it was the 18th pick you guys got last year, and you guys.
Yeah, that was
was that the corner?
I think
no,
the
that was
lineman.
Robert Hunt
Was that the offensive lineman?
or Austin Jackson maybe.
Yeah, I think it was the lineman you guys got with that pick.
And
Which is
Joga
good. I mean, don't
was
get
our
me-
third
Yeah.
corner.
I mean, I think you guys made some great moves in the free agency. I think you guys. I mean, I thought that linebacker from New England, Kyle Van Noy,
Yeah,
I thought that was a solid pick. I also really like the Ohio State products you got in your linebacking core as well.
Shut up.
Jerome Baker.
Yeah, he's pretty solid.
He's-
He's quick.
Yeah, he is. And Ogba,
Oh,
Emmanuel
yeah,
Ogba, he played great.
that was a good pickup as well.
He balled out this year.
Yeah. I see
So
Miami.
so
going to the
your rookie
playoffs
corner
next
was your third corner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's deep.
year.
That's great.
You
depth.
have Byron Jones and Xavier Howard. I mean, Howard leads the NFL with picks. I think he has 10 on the season.
10?
He did have 10. I think
Yeah, he had
that's what I
10.
saw.
Is that
X
the
for 10, baby.
Yeah, he had 10.
sitting at home because he didn't have a
He
quarterback?
is sitting at home because the quarterback is non-existent in Miami.
That's sad. I hope with the off season and everything like that he can turn that around and become that guy. But
We're gonna see it. Like I said, Coach Flo, he started off as a scout for New England Patriots, bro, and I think that's his core. So he's always watching the new players that are coming up, and
Yeah, I mean,
Chris Greer is gonna let him.
I think-
Hey, this is what we want to bring.
I think for sure, if you have the number 3 pick, you gotta take
that
Devontae
receiver.
Smith.
Yeah.
He's the Heisman winner. I mean, I'm calling it now. The Heisman
It should be him.
finale is tomorrow, like the selection or whatever is tomorrow. It's gonna be Devontae Smith. If it's not, then I don't know. I hate college football if that's the case, but yeah, Devontae. You guys gotta take the Heisman winner, Devontae Smith, next year or this draft. I mean, there's
and then
no
and then
doubt.
you still have a second first round pick.
You have
then you
another
go take
first-round pick, and then
go
you
take that go get that safety.
Yeah.
And even if we want to add to the offensive line and have 4 rookies grow,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
What's your
'Cause the
cap
center-
looking like?
I don't-
What's your cap looking like? You gonna be able to sign another big free agent or no?
we got money, baby.
Still?
really, you guys signed Jones to a fat contract.
We got money, baby.
And I think Van Noy was a decent contract too.
Van Noy wasn't bad either. Yeah. And,
No,
and then you're gonna have to pay Devontae Parker soon.
I
We
think.
already
Oh,
we
you-
already wrapped him up.
Yeah,
you
they,
he's already
I think
resigned.
that you guys resigned him this offseason, right?
Jakeem Grant re-signed.
Well, I'm not worried about Jakeem Grant. He's not really an elite receiver. or
Nah.
anything.
No, but he's
But
just
he's
that
fast.
good guy to
He-
stretch
he's
the
fast
stretch the
and he's
defense.
a good return specialist. I do like him as a return guy.
And I mean, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm making that dude run a fly every
play.
route.
Every play.
See, that's what we're trying to do, you know, or him. The flat play where he runs, give him open space and
You
let him
had
work.
Smith to that. You have Smith, Grant, Parker, and Gesicki. Take a good running back in the second round.
Yeah.
Gesicki to me is the best weapon we got
You like him over Parker just because of health, or
because of health.
Even
That's
if-
the main reason. Devontae Parker is always hurt. He got drafted in 2014. he had one good year last year, okay, but now this year we're seeing the same tendencies. He's getting hurt.
Yeah.
He's out probably partying, clubbing, not handling what he has to do. He got his contract signed.
That's what Dwayne Haskins did. Now he's a
Well, it
He
is now. He's a
sucks.
free agent.
He sucks.
Ohio State product.
Yeah. Well, his 1 year at Ohio State, he threw for 50 touchdowns. So.
Daniel Jones sucks.
Wow, shout out Daniel Jones out of nowhere.
Man. I mean, I don't think I think he's better than Tua.
Nah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, he's
whoa.
better than
Oh
Tua.
nah.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
I think the Dolphins have the potential this draft and with last drafts to make a really big splash. They could potentially win the NFC East or AFC East next year.
You think the
You gotta
Dolphins
see
can
though,
dethrone Buffalo?
I mean,
Buffalo's a
if-
squad, man.
I think Buffalo's
if
just going to get
Miami-
better.
If Miami can boost their offense, I think so too. I
No,
mean,
Miami. If they play better if Tua can play better next year, they can go like 11-5 and be that wild card. Because Buffalo ain't
I
going
don't-
nowhere, bro.
no.
Buffalo's just going to keep getting better.
Buffalo's no. Miami has the potential to win. That's all I'm saying. They have potential to win the division next year. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they are. I'm saying they have the potential. Do I think Tua needs to play better? He needs to have a hell of an offseason. He needs to have a good full
A real
preseason.
offseason.
A real offseason. You're
Remember,
right.
He
You're
walked
right.
into a pandemic. They couldn't even meet at the
Yeah,
facility.
but he didn't start week one.
so did Burrow.
He didn't start, and
And
Herbert
so did
too.
Herbert.
You're right, and I mean, I'm not trying to keep bringing up these other stars that started. And Herbert didn't start week one; he started week 2 because of a bad injury.
Well, he didn't. I don't think he started. He got put in the middle of the game in week 2 against Kansas City. Tyrod Taylor got hurt during that game, and then Herbert came in and lit it up.
Right, you're right. And he did light it up, and he took them to overtime.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, if that defense can get right over there, and
yeah,
I almost said San Diego, wherever the heck they play now,
oh,
L.A.
I mean, they just have too many injuries. You got Bosa.
Back-to-back years, man. So
Yeah.
does that go?
Derwin James.
Does that go on the strength and conditioning coach, or I mean, if you have if you
don't
have that many injuries
Well,
for back-to-back years,
I
mean,
think
that's got
this
to be on
year,
someone.
this year historically has to be the worst of injuries this year by any team because, I mean, no preseason, you just run right into it. I mean, just in week 2 and 3, how many torn ACLs in the league?
I can't remember all the injuries, but I remember Michael Thomas, Saquon, and Christian McCaffrey all going down, and Chubb.
And Chubb, yeah, Chubb missed 6 games and still hit 1,000 yards rushing.
Yep. He might go for 200 against your Pittsburgh Steelers.
I don't think so. I mean, he did hit 113 yesterday.
But
So, do you think this ends the conversation of having no preseason and we're just going to play 18 games? Or should we continue with
Yeah,
3
you
to 4 game
definitely need-
preseason?
Oh,
I think they're going to go to 2 preseason
I think
games.
you should shorten preseason, yeah, but you still need mini camp. You still need training
Right.
camp.
No,
you
but
need
so
OTAs.
they could have gone to because what NFL is 17 weeks right now. They could have gone to they want them to play 17 games.
Yes,
So that's a 19-week season because they're
Yeah.
going to start doing 2 buys. They could have done that this year with the agreement that they did, but they didn't.
right.
So that could start next year. And yeah, if you play 17 games, 19-week season, you got to have preseason at 2 games.
Yeah.
You can't do 4.
That and then I mean, yeah, I would do that too. There's no doubt.
All right, Jordan. Well, I think this episode's about wrapped up.
Yeah.
We'll get you back on here for a little. I know you hate college football and you don't understand why college football is a thing, but maybe I'll try to set you right.
All right, man. Appreciate the invite.
All right,
Yeah.
man. Be easy.